Hi there, Capricorn, and welcome back to Star Lordess Tarot. This is your tarot forecast for the week of May the 19th through to the 25th. I went ahead, shuffled the cards, laid them all out. Let's see what's going on for the Cappies. First up, we have the King of Pentacles in the upright, followed then by the Nine of Wands reversed. And next we have the Six of Cups in the upright, followed then by the Six of Swords upright. And lastly, we have Major Arcana Empress in the upright. So, Capricorn, your overall energy, King of Pentacles in the upright position. Well, I have to tell you, first of all, this is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You are coming up in your own reading in the upright position, indicating you are on the right path here, Capricorn. And you're also popping up in everyone else's readings. For some strange reason, King of Pentacles showed up in like 5 of the other signs. Now, I'm not sure if you're getting around this week or if it's just that type of energy. King of Pentacles is very powerful energy. You know, you're going to be looking good this week, Capricorn, whatever you're doing in terms of practical stuff. Because remember, Pentacles represent, our work. It represents finances. It represents the material aspects of life, the tangible things. So you're going to be looking good in that respect. So anything you want to nail down this week that is along those lines of your material life, go ahead and do it. You'll be shining like the Capricorn star that you are this week. So beautiful energy. For others of you, this could be someone external to you. This could represent dealing with someone who owns a small business. You could be dealing with a real estate agent. You could be dealing with an accountant or a loans officer, or all of the above. This could be someone external to you, new, that's coming on the scene, who will be, this could be a boss, this could be somebody, a friend, it could be a relationship. For some of you, a new person coming on the scene. And this person is very, very, well, they're very stable, they're very strong, down to earth, and very pragmatic. So it could be an aspect of you, Capricorn, this week where you sort of reached a level of stability and security, and you want to remain. See, the King of Pentacles needs to remain on that throne. So it could be for some of you this week, you don't want to take any chances. You just want to stick to the status quo, the practical aspects of things, so you can remain firmly on that throne. So remember, these are just general reads, so just take what makes sense in your specific scenario. And if this is an aspect of you, or are you dealing, and maybe it's all of the above, maybe this is an aspect of you, but you're also dealing with an accountant or real estate agents or loans officers or things like that this week. You could be dealing with property matters. I'm not sure, but it's very solid. Looks like a very solid week. That whole thing is very grounded. Whatever is going on here, it's very grounded. So you will be very grounded this week, but you'll also be shining because you're showing the best of yourself this week. The Nine of Wands in the reverse position starts off your week. Well, this is the Wounded Warrior in the upright position, where we're always coming up against that same brick wall. It could be that same conversation we're having with that same person over and over again. And we're ready to fight another day if we should have to. It can represent for some of you that always coming up against that same financial challenge. It could be coming up against that same health challenge that we keep battling over and over and over again. But when the card is inverted, this represents either this challenge has now come to an end. Maybe you did something to solidify the situation so that you don't, or insulate yourself somehow so you don't have to deal with this challenge again, especially if the challenge was on the financial or practical matters of life. But others of you, it could be that, you know, this is just kind of like a temporary truce where maybe you just don't have to deal with this challenge this week. It's going to be different for all of you. So, you know, just take what makes sense. And then the next card you have is the Six of Cups in the upright position. This is a blast from the past here, Capricorn. I think you got this last week as well. This represents that sort of connection. It could be meeting someone new who feels like someone from the past. It can represent connecting with you know, going to a high school reunion or a family reunion or something like that, and being around all these people that you haven't seen in a long time and just having a really joyful time. It can also represent getting together with the one that got away. You know, the high school sweetheart could be contacting you, and you could be wanting to maybe reconnect with them. It can simply represent just spending time with a good friend maybe from the past, and you're just sitting around playing Remember When. It's very nostalgic energy, and it's a good connection to the past when it's in the upright position. Moving on towards the weekend, you are definitely moving on, because here we have the Six of Swords in the upright position, which points to moving on from emotional difficulties of the past and moving into calmer waters. It sort of coincides with this Nine of Wands reversed. It's like whatever troubles or turbulence you've been dealing with lately. A lot of people have been dealing with turbulence over last week with that full moon. It really wreaked havoc in a lot of ways. And so maybe, you know, things have just calmed down. If you even look at the card here, there's the moon is a quarter full here in the background there. So it could be passing away from that intense full moon energy. But for others of you, this could indicate literal moving. It could be moving of homes, moving of offices. It could just be taking a trip somewhere. It could be traveling over water. You could be moving from one state to the next. You could be moving across the pond. You could be moving anywhere, literally, but it just depends. Remember, general read, where you're at and what makes sense for you. And then the last card you have is the beautiful Empress in the upright position. The Empress represents brand new, fresh, giving birth to maybe a new person. Some of you could be finding out you're with child this week. Others of you, this could be giving birth to a new idea, a new business idea, or a new creative project. Could be birthing here. The Empress also represents abundance. She's very much in line with the King of Pentacles here. So it's abundant and very stable financial energy around you this week. The Empress also represents the mother figure. This could be representing dealing with somebody in a position of power. Sometimes she can represent the CEO of a company. She can represent head of HR. She can represent a government official, or someone who works at the embassy if you're having trouble with visas and papers and things like that. Sometimes you have to go over people's heads in order to get things accomplished. And that's something the King of Pentacles would definitely do, because King of Pentacles seems to know where the power lies and moves towards it. And if you want to get something done this week, Capricorn, at the end of the week, if you're hitting any kind of roadblocks, just go to the powerhouse here. When they're in the upright, they're ready, willing, and able to help you. The Empress also represents, because she's nurturing, so it's that mothering energy. So it could be moving towards someone who is very caring, compassionate, and nurturing, and has those qualities in spades. It could also be you. Perhaps you're the stabling force here in this scenario. So in closing, I will be pulling a card here from the Gypsy Oracle deck to finish off your read here, Cappy. What do we have for the Capricorns? We have wife. It's funny, we have mother, we have wife. Wife could be, maybe some of you are a wife, maybe some of you want a wife, some of you, I don't know. It's your special message. that's what I have for you, my dear Capricorns. So, all I can say is I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I hope that the reading helped you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again in the next video. Take care. Much love. Namaste. Bye-bye for now.